Sentinels kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They nice to bring it out of the end zone. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Virginia Tech Hokie campus, knowing where the dorms. Room's he's already got the keys to this offense. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Overton. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into...
Finding some room. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile QB threat, and it makes this rushing attack so difficult to stop. This guy right here really has the ability to do it on his own, though. Because of his speed and power, he is dangerous.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Overton. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute.
And they've got him looking run now to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Heath. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Guys, let's step back here and chat Virginia Tech. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
He's going to run it. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
I love it. I love it. First down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the first down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And that is the kind of drive to start a season that is going to put a smile on your head coach's face. They were just methodical in the way they marched down the field. Awesome execution. You cannot start the season any better than that right there.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. It's the Sentinels offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock. But it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. A running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. Pulls it and runs it again. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's picked up 49 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Dropping back, it's Baker. Makes the grab, it's Green. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second.
But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go right back to it. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Finds him out of the backfield. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to throw, it's Baker. Fires to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Personal foul.
Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. The Hokies have it with a 1st and goal. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. Plucks it out of the air. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the run, it's Fitzpatrick. Makes it past the marker. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And how about the backup, man? His first touch, he makes a big play in the running game. That is exactly how you earn more carries. He's not a guy that's leaned on to get those starter reps, to get the #1 reps. But when you do that, I promise you, you'll start to earn more reps with this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Off the play fake. Escapes the pressure going right. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit, when he's not scared to come up and tackle? A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you can tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
The run inside. It's Bentley. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line, well within field goal range, but let's see what they do on this 4th down. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Now on the option. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that 4th down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage. But just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that 4th down.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. To throw, it's Baker. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Hokies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Hokies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They call their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. And the Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. On the move, he fires. He's got it. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
Wants to throw. It's Baker. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down.
Nice football intelligence, understanding I'm not going to get to the quarterback, I'm not going to sack him, but if I get a mid up in the air, if I get one of those paws up there while he's throwing it, I can get the deflection and still ruin the screen pass. Really, really nice job by that defense.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to fire on second down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Hokies! Fit it in the window for the score.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Northern Illinois, taking on the number 18 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Huskies, looking to get the job done on the road. Right now it's early, but they lead this season opener. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football. Back now to your game in Blacksburg. This tight end is enjoying quite the day through 2 quarters. It's amazing how athletic tight ends are now and just how much they're utilized. He's played a starring role in giving them this halftime lead. And with that, let's send it back to one of the best home field advantages in football, Lane Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Hokies will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Checking in with the Sentinels head coach. The biggest concern he has right now is their offense. They do have an opportunity to take the field and start the third quarter. He said, we have got to gain momentum. This home team and home crowd is making it difficult, but he said, I believe in our guys. We talked at the half, and we've made some adjustments, and we'll see if they're able to come out and get back on track to start the third. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Might have a chance. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Sentinels have moved it inside the 20. The option look. He'll do it himself. Oh, what a cut! And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sentinels!
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run.
Number 49 sets a kickoff.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They come out for the first time in this second half, the lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. To the air, it's Baker. Takes the easy one to the back. Turning it on! Just plowing ahead. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Now on the move. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Snagged out of the air. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. There's never a good time for it, but, man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. And the Hokies are marching down the field. Sends it back in motion. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Finds his man, it's Hawkins. There he goes. The Hokies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running inside, it's Hawkins. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying.
Maybe some room. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Third and short, you see it a lot, Jesse. Bringing more bodies to the line of scrimmage, trying to get the stop, force a fourth down. But here's the problem, right? Once you get past that first wave, where's the bodies?
That's a good point. This running back, he's got the ability to make one dude miss or run through tackles to get into that second level. And once he gets there, he's got the speed to take it into the end zone. That's exactly what you saw. Aggressive play call, knowing the defense was ready for it, and still they couldn't stop him.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21 out to the 25-yard line. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the away team sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Working that left side now. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Sentinels will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. He gets a block. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. And they'll knock him down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
And this is exactly what you want to see from this offense. The defense forced a turnover, puts you in a great position. Now, put a few first downs together. Ultimate goal is to capitalize on it, punch it in the end zone, but nice job moving the football little by little, trying to get this touchdown.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it. It's Davis. And he'll be brought down.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives.
Just steamrolling the defense. Brought down by the defense as he barreled forward for a pickup of 9.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Using his feet. And he's in. Pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies! How about this dude? He's throwing it like Don Strock or Jim Druckenmiller. He's running it like Tyrod Taylor or doing it all like Michael Vick.
Just showing the whole game, showing the repertoire, and how hard is it to stop a guy like this? I mean, when he can do all these things and stretch you with his feet, stretch you with his arm, that's why he's hard to stop, and that's why he's having himself a day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. The keeper on the option. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. You saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Headed outside, it's Bentley. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll...
There's a crease. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Sentinels will snap it on 1st and 10. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Here comes the option. He'll keep it again on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. On the move, it's Fitzpatrick. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebackers.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive end.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.
it.